You spoke about that you was going to schools and selling the programs, etc. So what made you start up your own football company?
It was
Or was it
actually,
just football? Or
yeah, just football.
okay,
And it really this simple. It was like my dad passed away in September 2016, and I started my company in November 2016. So
okay,
he was always like one of my biggest supporters. He always encouraged me, just like my mum. Really,
hmm
I don't know, like I think the perception of like Asian families is they'll kind of push you towards being a doctor or a solicitor. And for
But
me,
was that difficult
no,
at
for
that
me,
time?
it was completely opposite for me. Like the
Okay,
message there for me was do what you love doing because it's going to
amazing,
be your job
amazing.
every day. And I'm so fortunate that my parents kind of have an attitude like that, you know.
Hmm
So football was clearly my number one. I was actually an alright cricketer as well. I represented
Okay,
county, and my dad did say at one point, he said, "Look, you're going to have to
yeah.
choose one and just kind of go with it." And obviously, I chose football. Football was
Mm.
my main one. But yeah, again, there was a couple of reasons why really I kind of started off my own company. Like one was to kind of like give myself that therapy. I knew football was good for me. Whenever I was coaching, I was just in a good place. The second one was really to kind of show coaches that there's a different way to do it. I
hmm
think a lot of young coaches that were messaging me that had kind of followed my journey were saying, "Can you give me advice? Can you give me advice?" And they were just saying about being in a pro club. And for me, one of my experiences in a pro club was horrific, mate. Like I stopped coaching for a year. This club kind of like really just didn't look after me in many ways, and I became disillusioned. And without my family and friends, I wouldn't have gone back into coaching. I stopped coaching for a year. I lost confidence. So this was also a kind of a fuel for me, you know, a bad experience to kind of actually
hmm
show people what I can do, but also show them that there's a different way to kind of do things. And like kind of finally, really, it was like yeah, it was kind of like to kind of put value on myself because I'd lost a lot of confidence. I knew what I could do, but I didn't feel I was kind of valued or or treated right, and that kind of
Why do
burned
you
me.
think that was, though? Why do you think that was?
Just a mixture of things, really. Like me personally, I don't want to go straight to uh, the being like, oh, they were racist, but I
Hmm
still think my color played a part in their trust towards me because I can highlight, you know, like I used to turn up to sessions. They used to give me sessions with 2, 3 people on, and someone new would come, not Asian or black, and I was like one of the most highly qualified coaches there at the time. I was a B license coach. All these new coaches were coming with level one, level two, but they were getting better gigs than me, you know?
Mm.
And like I just questioned it, and even the way like throughout my journey, I can see it's it's a bit institutionalized, you know. I think like
Mhm, mhm,
because there's not a lot of us in the elite game, people's perception is ah they're not they're not like
mhm,
they're not ready, they can't do this. But
mm,
and I've got
mm,
so many little kind of stories that I could tell where that these things are kind of highlighted. Like I remember starting a new job, right? I'm obviously not going to mention names or anything, and
mhm,
I was at school. I applied to be a football coach. I got the role. So this person took me around, took me into the staff room where everyone was. All the PE staff were in there.
mm.
Hi, this is Trishan. Can you guess what coach he is? Can you guess what sport he is? He was laughing while he was doing this.
What do
He
you mean?
knew that like you know like he knew that
Mm,
no one or not many people would have said football coach because we had a
mm,
real hockey program there, cricket program there, and he was going around people saying cricket coach, and he was like no, and he was laughing, and I
wow.
thought wow, like this is like a professional environment, and like